If you've been gardening as long as I have, you probably have at least one bee pot in your collection. It's a pot that has these beautiful ridges. It gets wide in the middle and then narrower at the top. But the problem with this is, even though it's beautiful and I love the lines, it sets up a problem that I have had to deal with time after time after time. And every year I tell myself, this is the year I'm getting rid of the bee pots and finding the correct shape. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So let me show you what's happening inside the pot first, because once you see it, you'll never buy another pot without checking the opening. As the plant grows, the roots are going to go down and outward. And eventually, you're going to have a root ball that's wider in the middle than it is at the top. And that root ball is never ever going to allow you to tip the pot over and easily get the root ball out when it's time to divide or transplant it. I don't know why I didn't realize this when I first bought these bee pots. I was just attracted to the shape and I loved the architectural lines. But this is a problem that will never go away. A root ball this size is never going to pass through this smaller opening. Today's video is actually sponsored by me and my new snail mail club, the Potting Shed Post, a rotating collection of postcards, stickers, bookmarks, all garden related, reflections, journal prompts, and design tips. I invite you to subscribe. Join us at the Potting Shed Post. Here's the QR code, and I'll put a link in the description. Now, back to the video. If the pot had had straight sides, no problem. If the pot had flared out in a cone shape, no problem. But these bee pots create a problem that I have had to live with. And every year that you keep your plant in the pot, the root ball is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's going to be packed in there so tight, you're going to have to take a knife or a blade of some kind and cut it down to match the opening at the top of the pot. I don't know why I didn't realize that when I first started buying these pots. So it doesn't mean that bee pots are useless. If you like to plant annuals, or you like to do the thriller, the filler, and the spiller type of arrangement, a bee pot can be a gorgeous container because you're going to repot it every season. What it doesn't work for are plants, perennials, or shrubs, or small trees that you plan to leave in place year after year. Like with my Evansia irises that are in the pots now. I repot those every 5 or 6 years, and it is a nightmare getting them out of the pot. And every time I do, I say, this is it. This is the last time I'm doing this. But I tend to repot them in the same pot because I haven't made the effort to go shop for a correct pot. One that flares out at the top and is larger at the top than it is in the middle or the bottom. So if you already have bee pots, don't get rid of them. Just learn to use them differently. Don't plant anything permanent in them. Repot them more often before the root ball has a chance to outgrow the opening at the top. Something like irises could be a wonderful fit if they're the type that you're going to divide every year, not every 5 to 6 years like the beardless iris that I have growing in there now. Buy the correct shape in the beginning and you'll find joy year after year. So that's a quick tip from my garden to your garden. I hope I've saved you a lot of grief. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time.